Hello everyone and welcome back to Gamedec, and let's just jump right in and continue where we left off. And see if we can get any closer to finding out what the heck is going on with Fredo. Unfortunately, it means we need to talk to this one again. His tongue was
I bring magic and joy to your humdrum
Shut
life.
up. His tongue was sticking out of his head as he was concentrating on beating out the rhythm to a children's song with his hoof. He stopped when he saw me and raised his head. Ask about the alley? I found hoof marks in the alley. There is no chance anyone left them but yourself. What were you doing there? The tick sent me. I mean, the king of the trolls. Unicorns always listen to trolls, especially ticks, he said with conviction. He sounded strange. Being a unicorn didn't seem to serve him well. Someone sent you down an alley. You went there and took something small. I saw the trace. I was to find out about those glitches and look for the girl. The girl wasn't there, but there was a card with the code to the glitches. The king was so concerned with the code that he disappeared. Maybe he'll be back. Yeah, look for the trolls. I'm looking for the trolls that roam this level of the game. He put his head down and scratched his horn on the concrete. I was a troll once, but now I'm a unicorn, and the trolls left with the tick through the magical portal behind the generator. Oh. I know! That's where your colorful adventure begins! The entrance is between the three old guys and the entrance behind the magic generator. He hasn't shared too much valuable info. Try an encore? If I were to watch the trick again, would you tell me more? Oh yes, that's a fair trade. I'll show you magic and you'll get to ask me for knowledge. Great! Pick a card then. Middle. I felt a weird taste in my mouth right before the explosion. Paper. Okay. Why would I taste paper? A two of clubs materialized on my tongue. If that card isn't the key to finding the trolls, I'll visit the unicorn and tell him what I think about his magic. Yeah. Find out more about trolls, run the exploit on the old aggregate. Use two of clubs. I put the card in the slot. It turned into a floppy disk. Wow. Exploit? Something isn't right here. I might be missing an item or a password maybe?
One eternity later.
Ask Ken. Ken, help me with this device. Sure. Let's just disconnect the cable, blow the floppy disk drive, and here, press start, and we're done. I feel like it did those things. Okay.
We are watching your every move.
Excuse me? What was that about? Oh, look at that.
Bow before the troll king.
A man loafed on a throne of tires in graceless position, as if ragdoll physics took over. Chief? Ken leaned over with a whisper loud enough to be heard on the other side of the street. Listen, that's the noob who fucked up my match. Let me handle this. I have a plan. Fine. Do what you must. Ken smiled casually, pushed up his glasses, straightened his shoulders, and put on a threatening, in his opinion at least, look. "We meet again, troll." He said it through clenched teeth and then revealed a gun holster. The king raised his hand, index finger pointing to the sky, ordering him to wait. Then he began looking for something in the recesses of the junk throne. Take over initiative. Ken meant what you guys did was cruel. You ruined his career. It's not like a prank or a damn card trick. Yeah, I guess that sucks balls. Sorry, mate. Sometimes it's like this voice, you know? Perun, I figure. He suggests all those little shenanigans. So how can I make it up to you for my heinous behavior? Help in the investigation. I'm looking for a kid who got into this game and went AWOL. Tell me anything useful and we'll call it even. I have ears and tongues everywhere, so my tongues will be yours if you want it. Ew. I will tell you something useful, of course, and something useless to balance it out. Okay. Where's the kid? In the theater. And here's the key that may or may not have found its way into my hand from a clan member's pocket. Take care, my man. Okay. Sure. I should have been able to open this door, but no matter how hard I tried, it wouldn't budge. Hack it. I don't know if this will... Oh, it worked! The code wasn't easy to detect, but I found and neutralized it. Attention please, the door has opened due to an emergency. Be aware that the building belongs to the Hon clan and entering is considered trespassing. A crew of technicians will arrive within 24 hours to repair the defect. We wish you a pleasant game. Okay, I guess Ken couldn't follow me in here. Anything to do out here before I move on? Doesn't look like it. Hello? I'm not sure if that's a dog or a cat. Okay.
Welcome, Gamedec.
Someone finally showed up. I may have been expecting it, but the feeling of surprise is so refreshing. A Gamedec. So, Mr. Haggis got scared, which was only a means to another end. Have a look at this. Fredo is completely stripped of his masking skin. This is his own really himself, carnal, sweaty. Fredo's a minor. He's killing a girl inside an adult game. Keep calm. What do you want? Everything you see here is recorded from every possible angle, and if Haggis doesn't do what I'm asking, well... The footage with his boy's full name will be published all over the net. It will be entitled, Like Father, Like Son. What does he want from Haggis? What exactly do you want from Mr. Haggis? He knows exactly what I want, and it's not about money. He's got to do what I tell him. No more, no less. What do you want from me? Just tell him to listen to orders and wait for further guidelines. And what if I refuse? You don't want to say no to me, not unless you like jokes and value the truth. If so, then feel free to refuse. If I logged out at that moment, my investigation would be disrupted. I mean, I don't really see anything good coming out of me informing him that, hey, you're being blackmailed. I'm pretty sure he knows he's being blackmailed, but, I mean... Although I'm not really sure why it would disrupt my investigation, because couldn't I just log in again? But I don't know. Like, refusing, I don't know what he meant about the jokes and truth. Like, what? About me? Or Kyle Fisher here. Like, yeah, he used to be a hacker. Yeah, let's refuse. I don't appreciate being forced to do things. Let me see what it is you've prepared here first. A gallant knight without his horse. I've made some modifications. I hope you like a good show. What? Pink hair? Yes, you're right. We shouldn't have let the kid do that. He looked down and bit his lip. What is he doing? What are you doing? Who are you talking to? What are you talking about? Don't you know how corporations work? It's the son of the department director. And besides, day in, day out, we have those cabins. Stop interrupting me. You're making a big deal out of it, and... Say nothing. Okay, maybe we should have done something about it, but it was just 2 instances, and he was clever. He did it online, in Paradise Beach, so... Yeah, I figured out... knew what was going on, but why are you nagging me about it? I wasn't the only one who knew. Firing someone going by a hot photo in the era when everyone knows how to edit images, but Haggis vouched for him. Observe him. The guest was gesturing and talking to somebody. I couldn't hear what the other person was saying. Fuck, alright. So you know, what are you gonna do about it, midget? Intimidate me with your little bells on your little hat? So he's talking to the jester. You're gonna blackmail me? Burn my feet? What are you doing? Is that a cheat? What the fuck? Okay. Why is he walking on his own? Resist. Virtual body didn't obey me. Are you in a loop? So what now? Are you going to log out and deliver my demands to the old fart? I won't be your errand boy. Okay. So I can break the loop somehow. Kept repeating the same sequences of words and gestures, but his eyes... Yes, he wasn't looking at his invisible companion, he was looking at me. The spell he was under didn't control his eyes. Can I use eye control? What are you doing? Who are you talking to? Try eye control? I tried moving my eyes a few times. Yes, I was able to move them and my programs were responding. Run Guardian Angel program? I issued a command and got separated from my body. Okay, so I need to break...
Yeah?
Boss, I'm watching you and see that you're in trouble. I'm keeping my finger on the pulse. Damn it, I couldn't say anything. I needed to focus and send him the answers mentally. Ken, can you hear me? I'm sending my thoughts to you. I can hear you. You figured out mental control. I'm impressed. The loop? I think I'm stuck inside a loop. It's probably an external cheat, not an exploit. From what I know, there are no normal loops in TMP. But I could be wrong. Alright, Ken, thank you for your interest. I'll try to work something out. I'll do some work too. I'll let you know if I figure something out. Alright, that's just me. Strange chair. Someone knocked over this chair. It fell down, but then suddenly was back up over and over. All I had determined was that there was a loop here. Inanimate objects wouldn't tell me much. How about the cat? Analyze. Typical MPEG. Well, not typical, but just as lifeless as everything around it. Caught in a loop. They made love, or whatever that was, on a rather unusual bed. A waterbed. You only see them in games these days. The sheets moved rhythmically forward and back a loop. That was enough. The boy looked like Fredo, but I couldn't be sure it was really him. Activate the investigator. I have activated the investigative program. After the progress bar reached 100, I was certain. It was Fredo Haggis. Check his vitals. His blood pressure was elevated, but still within the norm. His hormones oscillating, but within norms as well. His sexual arousal, ecstasy, terror. His limbic system was red, but still everything within norms. After all, these games were designed to provide pleasure, adrenaline, and so on. I couldn't speak while in Guardian Angel mode, but I could still write him something. Something like, I'm a Gamedec, Fredo. I'm here to help you. Can you respond with your voice? If not, blink 3 times. He blinked 3 times, so we weren't going to be talking. I knew everything. Okay. What is the loop? Few modifications. Twisted and Perverted doesn't have loops such as action replays. Okay. What is within the loop? Chair. The animation of the falling chair is looped. The chair keeps falling the same way. The first conversation with the looped man went according to plan, but each subsequent one resembled a recorded playback. The cat is looped. It keeps repeating the same sequence of motions. What is within the loop? The whole theater? Who are the people in here? The eyes of the man inside the theater seems to be moving differently with every loop. This means he must be conscious and is likely aware of his condition. My digital body won't listen to me, but I'm still conscious. I can think without issue or looping. The man I talked to didn't react to me and only played back recorded dialogue with someone else. Who are the people in here? These are just decorations. I can't use them to escape the loop. They're just NPCs playing out programmed scenes. The jester probably wanted to keep the room from appearing empty. There are players who were probably lured into the loop by the jester. They seem aware of what's going on, but they have no control over their digital selves. Yes. Is Fredo present here? I activated spyware. It pointed me to the actual couch Fredo Haggis is using. He's excited, adrenalized, stimulated, and terrified. I can't establish verbal contact with Fredo, but I know he's aware of my presence. There's two other things here, but I mean, I would say that he is aware. Or that he is here. The person in the couch is Fredo. But what's in the loop? I still have a lot of things to find for that. Woman? The girl tried to fight, but she came up short. Typical TMP gameplay. You win some, you lose some. Who is she? Let's turn on the investigation program. Rebecca Umba. Was she in any way connected with... exactly with whom? I still didn't know who had done all this. I'd copy her data to my notebook just in case. Is she wearing her own skin? Let's check. Nope, she wasn't exposed. I didn't think I'd missed anything. Alright. The guy was looped. He was staring at the scene, licking his thick lips, rubbing his cheek, gulping, and all over again. According to the analyzer, the guy couldn't see a thing, nor was he aware of what's going on. Time stopped for him, but that didn't fit. Every second he looked at me, I could tell he was conscious. It seemed as if someone was trying to conceal the cheat's true nature. There was nothing more to learn. Okay. I can't check him. My skin felt strange to see it like this. Even more strange seeing it repeat the same actions again and again. Showtime. I wouldn't see Jack unless it was something simple. Found it. Looked like a replay code. And there was even a note from the designer. Right, the game was supposed to have a replay feature, but it hadn't been implemented, so it wasn't a cheat surrounding me. It was unused game code. That's why the admins and security algorithms weren't reacting. Enough self-admiration. I looked better in Relium anyway. Okay. It's an exploit. The loop uses lines of code from the game. This means the rules of Twisted and Perverted are still in effect inside it, so any repairs will cause the objects and players within to react. Okay. How to break the loop. What do we have? Exploit. I need to take a closer look at this exploit. Fredo is locked in the loop. All objects inside the loop are in a single thread, which means the loop can be broken by a single element overloading. The people on the stage are just decorations, I can't use them. The people in the audience are NPCs. These people have retained their consciousness, but their bodies are repeating their actions from when the loop was activated. Okay, duplication of surrounding elements. Due to the gesture's modification, some of the objects inside the loop are glitched. With a little skill, I could copy them. No software does well when overloaded. I mean, that certainly seems like the least disruptive to the people, I mean. I can't break the loop. I can try to overload the boy's brain by overclocking his helmet software. If I can increase the hormone and neurotransmitter concentration, the system should automatically log him off. Nah. If I connect to the girl's helmet, I can overload her synaptically, the hormone and neurotransmitter concentration. I mean, like I said, that feels the most safe. That feels like you could harm him. And yeah, I don't think that Mr. Haggis would be very happy with that. But let's see if we can do anything else right now. I don't think so. Okay, so let's do that then. Duplication of surrounding elements. So many chairs. Alright. Hey, Fredo. The kid seemed to be in a trance. He kept rhythmically opening his mouth and making spasmodic motions. As if he were still copulating and killing, he was trying to stop his digital body from all the compulsions, but there was nothing he could do. God, make it stop. I can't stop it. Take him outside. Breathe. It will help you control the spasms. I'll take you outside. It's all over now. Come on.
What a jolly surprise.
How shallow are the people who believe in easy solutions? Really, Gamedec, were you expecting to just walk out of here? I was counting on this being more interesting. You paralyzed me. I couldn't move a finger. All you had to do was log out and tell Haggis what you were supposed to. But people needed drama and playing hero. Alright, Chief, I have a plan. Let me know when you're ready. Now. I couldn't say anything, but he must have known the old gamer code. One blink, one click. Yes. Alright, Knight. Allow me to show you a couple of things. Come on, Ken. Nice. Very nice touch. He was still half conscious. Let this end already. Take him outside. Alright. You okay, Ken? Well, I'm certainly glad that I agreed to have Ken on my side. What? Cthulhu? Hello? I can't understand what you're saying. Sure. You understand? My mind is not what it used to be. Or is it? It certainly is what it's meant to be. What my creation wanted it to be. But it is not mine, is it? No. I am its. It created me. It wanted to be created, so it sang to me in my dreams from the ancient times. I answered, and now I serve it. Okay. They disappeared, but someone else took their place. Hi, Jester. You again? What do you want? Not what. Who? Your precious ward. Give him back. You can't even take care of him properly. Look. He caught an infection. I cursed under my breath. Fredo has caught a virus? The virus? Oh, did your clown friend forget to mention that? Maybe you'll meet them here. You could talk it over. You take care of that, and I'll wait somewhere here. Just hurry before little Fredo gets his brain fried by the virus. It would be such a shame. How did he know all that? Did he observe me all the time? Never mind, I needed to focus on Fredo. Okay. I mean, I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. don't like this place. The virus is too messy. I need to do something about it. Oh, Gamedec, and here I was thinking you won't come. Did you find your clown friend? I'm here, Jester. Give back the kid. Indeed, you are present, although you most likely do not understand the word presence. I don't have any more digital tricks up my sleeve. I am a little tired from all of this. You win. The kid looks healthy enough, at least physically. He's at your disposal. And I, the avenger of wronged women, will go back to my clients and tell them that the world won't learn of their misery. Fine. What do you mean? And just like you, I am a contractor. Starlet hired me. You met her in Haggis's office. She was looking for justice for her girlfriend. The secretary of Director Haggis, who was blackmailed and sexually taken advantage of. She wasn't the only one. There was another woman taken advantage of by this son of a... If not for me, there likely would have been even more. You see, our boy Fredo is quite the rogue rascal and scoundrel. No, wait. He's a son of a bitch and a juvenile scumbag. Let me have him. Let me finish what I started. Ask more about Jester's plan. What were you planning? I wanted to make a movie entitled Like Father, Like Son and post it online. I could use a few more scenes, see for yourself. A looped scene I've already seen appears on my deck. I think you mentioned it before. You said that it was all to make Haggis obey. Yes? Perhaps. I'm getting confused with all the... There can be more than one cause for human action, Gamedec. Ask more about what he did? But what did Fredo do? He sexually abused the women working for his father. Clever boy, eh? I mean, as despicable as that is, you're not the judge, jury, and executioner. It is not up to you. Okay? So, sorry. I realize the significance of the accusations, but I came here for a specific reason. I'm taking the boy. You heard me out? I will not stand in your way. Tell Haggis whatever you want about what happened here, but remind him that it's his own fault. I wish you the best in this and future lives. Hey, Fredo, you alright? We need to log off. Yeah, I guess so. But sir, in this game, you can only do it from an asylum. Not when you're a Gamedec. I'll fix it for you and see you on the other side.
Fuck, how long do you expect me to wait?
Finally, you're awake. What's happening to my son? Dad, stop yelling. Everything hurts. You alive? He's okay. In pain, but okay. Mr. Gamedec, please wait in the office. Of course. There's something my son wants to tell you before we get started. I'm very grateful. Thank you. He bows and looks at his father. Yeah, let's be professional. Just doing my job. A real pro. Take notice, son. Alright, we still have a few things to discuss. You called, sir? Clear my schedule for the rest of the week. Get the new mobile ready to go and call Dr. something. I am not even going to try to pronounce that. For an urgent house call at the apartment, not here. Let's go home, son. The doctor will examine you just in case. Go to the car. I'll be right there. Haggis extends his hand to the kid, who automatically takes a step back. Fredo looks at me. Goodbye. Thank you again. Haggis looks at me with obvious approval. Your efficiency is impressive, but I still have a few more questions. I want to understand what happened there. Why wasn't Fredo able to get out of the game? Yeah, professionally. Fredo was imprisoned and twisted and perverted by a hacker wearing a jester skin. Your son was caught in a loop and lost control of his digital body, but he was aware of what was happening around him. But you were able to get him out. Continue. Yeah, let's tell him about the scene in the theater. Or? No, let's do that. Tell him about the hacker. The hacker had a jester skin. He didn't look like a threat, but he had quite the arsenal. He was able to modify the game's content almost any way he wanted. He even trapped the admins. And my son. He says nothing more for a while. Tell him the jester's message. The hacker wanted me to give you a message. What is it? He said, do as you're told and await further instructions. Son of a bitch. Mr. Gamedec, tell me more about what happened there. The scene in the theater. There was this theater with a stage. There was a bed on the stage. Fredo was having sex with some girl. And the fragment where he was stabbing a dagger into her heart was looped. It must have been going on for hours. Haggis turns pale. My Fredo. Everything was being recorded. The video was supposed to be entitled, Like Father, Like Son. It was even on the marquee. It was supposed to be used for blackmail. Haggis is moved by my story. He looks at me with respect. How could something like that have affected Fredo's psyche? He speaks in a strangely raspy voice. Express opinion. He may have trauma for the rest of his life, or his mind might metabolize the whole thing without a trace. Perhaps he'll even grow thanks to this. A lot depends on the temperamental parameters of his nervous system, inhibitions, resistance, the thickness of the myelin sheaths, and development potential. You're talking like our doctor. I'll tell him your opinion. Anything else I should know about what happened in the game? It's his company's machines, but it's not his game. So, I don't know what he would care about that. But sure, tell him what happened on the roofs. Your son was the prisoner of a hacker dressed as a jester. I freed him from the loop in the theater where he was stuck playing out a horrific scene. But that's not all. Then the hacker somehow transferred us up to the theater roof, where I needed to take part in a disgusting game with your son's health at stake. I was ultimately able to pass the test. Then the hacker released Fredo. I truly don't know why. He seemed omnipotent. What was it all for? What was the point of trapping Fredo? Haggis stares at the floor inlays. I mean, that's the truth. It was to punish him. Yeah, it's punishment for Fredo. I think it's a punishment for your son. Haggis shoots me a questioning look. Punishment? For what? Say he molested female employees. The hacker said something about Fredo having molested your female employees. He decided to teach him a lesson. He calls himself an Avenger, says that's the reason why he was hired. Haggis seems surprised. Avenger? That's absurd! Haggis snorts. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You were tricked, Gamedec. You got lost in your opponent's smokescreen. Excuse me, the new mobile is parked at platform 12. Your son is waiting. Alright, I'm coming. I'm satisfied with your work, Gamedec. Anything else? Well, I don't think there's any point in going back over those things. Because, he doesn't really want to take it seriously, so I don't see a point, so let's talk about payment. So what about my pay? You'll get it, don't worry, just like we agreed. Let's go. Alright, say goodbye. Well, I won't take up more of your time. As we agreed, I was able to get your son out of the game alive and well. If you have any questions, please sense me. Well, my son is waiting for me. Thank you, detective. You can expect a hefty reward. Haggis hesitates for a moment. You know, all this glitz and wealth isn't worth shit. You understand? Probably not. He squeezes my hand and looks into my eyes. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. Haggis suddenly points to his portrait. Did you see this? It's by Celeste Paxi. A beautiful piece, no? He doesn't wait for my response, smiles to himself, and leaves. He takes the elevator and I start to make my way back home. I snapped out of my thoughts. The apartment was overheated. The power must have gone out. Recall the dream? I was covered in sweat. A moment earlier, I had been lying on the floor in Jeffrey Haggis's office, paralyzed. Jester was there, and so was the Panda? Fredo, Haggis, even Timmy. They were laughing at me. I thought I was going to get hurt, even die. But I couldn't do anything. I was helpless and vulnerable. There was no time for slacking. I needed to restore power to my apartment. Luckily, Bliss had a separate source of power. Home inspections are where major domos really shine. Bliss's control panel. She was the apartment's AI and my non-corporeal companion. The system didn't find any defects in the apartment. The fault was on the provider's end, which in this case were the tower generators.
I'm here for you.
What's the problem? Gee, no power. Could you contact the electricity provider and report a problem? Of course. Problem reported. I've been assured that everything has now been restored to working order. By the way, you got a new contract. Okay.
Breaking news.
Today is Tuesday, July 18th. My name is Gina Gord, and this is the news. The creation of DigiNets by BWI is still a very controversial topic. The company's spokesperson strongly denies the gossip, saying that psychoscans have been performed without the consent of the psyche's owner. The spokesperson stresses that any attempts to discredit the company will not go unanswered. This has been Warsaw City News, your source for up-to-date domestic and international news all day long. Okay, well, I am going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!